Look at three more NLP tasks in this video, very familiar to us. So the first one is the language translation. Okay. So here the task, the translation, and here the from my two languages, we are being explicit here. So we want to translate some text from English to France, right? So the default model, it's called this T5 base. And then here we have provided some text in English, and the translated text is here. So I don't know French, but that must be correct. And then a slightly more generic way, or maybe not. So here we are just saying it's the translation, and then we are providing the model name. So this is this Helensky NLP model, and which can translate between English to France. Okay, we are asking the same question. We got slightly different answer, but I guess both must be, the answer must be very close. So we got bonjour, comment, voice. We got some extra thing here. All right. But I guess there are probably hundreds of APIs. We must have used Google also in the past to translate between different languages. Okay. All right. And then the grammatical correctness. It's very simple task. It check if a given text pass this linguistic acceptability criteria. Okay. So again, it's a text classification. I mean, they categorized it under text classification because it's going to return one of the two labels. Is it correct or not? Okay. So here we have a sentence which looking correct to me grammatically. So it written label 1 with very high confidence score. So probably label, so this means if it returns label 1, it's grammatically correct. And then here I have some sentence jumbled up. I mean, this is an extreme case just to show you some output with label 0 and a high score, right? So I have tested with some other sentences. Now again, this model not so accurate. I mean, even when I have some grammatical errors, it's still predicting label 1 with high scores. So maybe the default model is not doing great job, or maybe this model is not doing great job. We need to find out, or maybe we need to update this model if we are using this in production. Okay. And finally, the text to text generation. So text to text means, I mean, it takes again two inputs, which we will see in some examples. But with this one, we can use it in multiple different ways, because one of the text is going to be the instructions. So in the instruction part, we can use it for question answering, or we can use it for maybe some classification or things like that, right? So here we have more opportunity for creativity. So for example, here we are using it in question answer mode, right? So here we have provided some context. 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And then we are asking a question. So this text to text, we have used it as a question answer bot, right? And then here we have a statement, and then we are asking it to translate from English to French, right? So here you can see it's the same model, but because one of the parameters is the task we are defining, we are able to use it in different ways. Now, finally, there is this model called Big Science. It's actually 5 GB, so I did not download because I cannot fit into my laptop's memory. But it can do some interesting things. Okay, for example, let's look at this one. So here we have some sentence. so there are two sentences, right? So sentence A, you can leave the books on the table over there. And sentence B, the tables on this book are very hard to read. Okay. Now we are asking this question, is the table used in both sentence have the same meaning, right? It's a very interesting task, right? So the answer, it said no. Why did we have this generated text? Is the word table used in the same meaning? I'm not sure why I have this output. I did not run this cell. Okay, so I ran this cell, text to text generator. Okay, now I understand. All right, so here I have this text to text generator model, right? So this model, this T5 base model is used to run this code. But if we actually run this code with this big science T0 model, we will get the right answers. So here these are all simply repeating what the question is. Okay. So with big science T0 model, this is the output we will get, right? So the generated text would be no. The table here is referring to a table data, whereas here the table is a furniture. Okay, so the two tables in these two sentences are not the same. And then here we have A is the son of B's brother, and then we are asking, okay, what is the relationship between A and B? So again, the big science model would reply brother. Okay. Just two more examples. Is this review positive or negative, right? So here again, we are using this as sentiment classifier. We have provided some review and we are asking it to classify as either positive or negative. Okay. Finally, here we have a sentence jumbled up and we have asked read order these words into a sentence. Okay. So it has replied, Justin Bieber is my name and I am 27 years old. Okay. So the big science model would answer this also correctly. So ignore these ones because these are the code is run with incorrect model. So instead of the big science T0, we run with this model. All right. That's all for today. But as you can see, it is very important to explicitly state the task name and the model name. Otherwise, the model will reply something. So we will think the model is working incorrectly, but either it's the task or the model might be different. Okay. Thank you very much.